Hey, how's it going in the studio? I'm going to be talking about next opportunity for any entrepreneurs or businesses who are interested in investing in different opportunities within the UK. I'm going to be covering just UK. I wish there would be perhaps more areas that I could cover, but I personally believe it might be important. I might revisit this subject later on, or perhaps let me know if it's something that you are interested in, perhaps worth revisiting. I'll be focusing on other areas, but since I've noticed some of those areas, as well as if anything, I would like to share some understanding for people out there who perhaps focused currently on a lot of their own problems and they can't see everything else what's going on the broader spectrum. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on compound semiconductors and applications in South Wales and what kind of opportunity that is. South Wales is pioneering the way forward in designing, developing, and commercializing compound semiconductors needed for a net zero economy. To most extent, semiconductors, it would be in most of our devices, just a matter of time, right? And it will be Internet of Things, so IoTs, and those devices gonna need to be able to communicate with each other, with all the devices, the appliances in the house, from home appliances, perhaps to vehicles, phones, and perhaps high-tech industry, whatever industry, cars, planes, drones, phones, other all the other gadgets, right? So those gadgets are gonna have semiconductors, right? So it's a huge market, right? Huge market, and there are a lot of potential within this market, as well as there are potential to start your own projects. And if anything, you can take a look at other projects up there and try to understand those as well. The CS Connected cluster in South Wales offers companies an end-to-end opportunity to service growing global demand for compound semiconductors enable technologies worth project 230 billion by 2024. I have reached out to some of organizations there and how much investment they are currently making within the region and how easy it can be to do business with them, as well as they have a free port, so it potentially can be easier to trade and source local talent as well as source location. So there are a lot of potential, especially in South Wales. So I have done a little bit of market research already when securing facilities, talent, perhaps finance. So all the areas are covered for people out there who are interested, as well as there might be some industry know-how, and there's a lot of demand, market demand for. Oh, I don't know how hard it might be to enter the markets and having access to some of those high-tech manufacturing equipment. So some of the problems that are currently facing different regions within the world. I don't know if your company would have access to some of those machines, especially cutting edge machines, where most of the time they would look to sell perhaps older machines. But yeah, again, so that would be perhaps worth taking a look at, if anything. But other than that, there's a huge market demand, right, for those machines as well as semiconductors. This offer lowers barrier to adopt or advance semiconductor technology. Companies can exploit the region's assets and expertise across technology development. This includes research, innovation, and design throughout the full scalable compound semiconductors manufacturing, providing solutions access to a range of high growth applications. As I mentioned, so for you to have access to location, talent, finance, not necessarily will be that hard, as well as qualified, top talented people who you're going to be doing business with. That's most likely won't be a problem just because of the government support, local support. That not necessarily be a problem, right? But you might be facing different problems when discussing this particular opportunity. Right? There might be different problems, but not these ones. sector and market opportunity. Widespread adoption of compound semiconductors across application areas is driven huge growth in global markets. Southwales offers investors a complete opportunity to meet growing demand for advanced, reliable technology in one location. The region's assets, such as the Institution of Compound Semiconductors and the Center for Innovation Semiconductors Materials, are driving innovation. Assets such as the Compound Semiconductor Center and Compound Semiconductor Application Catapult are accelerating integrating of commercialization of these technologies. Further, collaborative opportunities exist with compound semiconductor companies in the region, including RQE, Rockley, Photonics, and SPTS technologies. Uh, uh, Perhaps it's worth taking a look myself and reaching out to some of those projects, existing projects, see if it's something that I myself I'd be interested in. It's something that I'll do later on today. For people out there who, what I'm saying is most likely, whatever business, if it's product or services, so if it's product, most likely depending on appliances, even those gonna need to have semiconductors, right? So most likely it's something that you need to reach out to and see how you can source some of those materials as well as the technologies there, right? So might be worth taking a look at some of those markets as well as, if anything, investing in those markets and having access to high tech revolutionary technologies of that. Formula itself, right, works very well with how much you can weigh for every gram, right? So gram of product can be worth a lot of money, right? So worth of gold, right? So whatever that might be, a book that you're looking to sell, who has a lot of information, or semiconductor that could potentially, by the weight, you might be able to produce and sell a lot of those compared to perhaps, I don't know, potatoes, I guess. I don't know, firewood, which it's in abundance to some extent, right? So I guess this formula works very well. Then choosing what kind of industry you want to venture in, but barrier of entry of having access to all the required components to operate your business, that might be challenging, right? And some of those challenges are currently being faced by a lot of governments up there who has a lot of resources, but not necessarily have access to some of the technology available. Wales has talented workforce and strong research and development facilities. It produces technology for the future in advanced manufacturing, life science, clean tech, and digital sectors. More than 1,395 foreign-owned companies are operating in Wales, including Toyota, Siemens, Health, Finners, GA, Sony, Airbus, and all the other companies, right? So many different companies operating there, as well as perhaps it's easy to do business there, if anything. So have reached out to some of those people, the way how they communicating, how easy it might be to do business there. So it seems like some of the people, especially South Wales, that I reach out to, it's easy to do business. Perhaps North Wales, they might be focusing more on energy, different engineering projects might be interested there. Where perhaps South Wales would be high tech service businesses, depending what you're looking for or what you're interested in. But if anything, do your own research and try to understand those markets. People who are interested in better understanding how to develop themselves, I have published a journal. In this journal, I'm sharing a lot of information with the people who are interested in perhaps developing new habits. That's one way to put it, I guess. When it comes to this journal, if you would work from cover to cover, if that would be enough time for you to develop habits that will last, and if anything, I would like to focus on 24 hours, and where you could start then looking at how you're spending those hours. I have identified areas which I personally believe are very important that could benefit all the people who are looking to become better, more improve their performance and accomplish way more things. Yeah, you need to, especially a lot of people need to learn to stick to things as well as learn habits, develop those, and addressing some of those areas perhaps that you are currently struggling at. You can find it in the description below as well as Top Retailers has it. Just to summarize, myself, if anything, I was covering a number of businesses and investment opportunities within the UK. If any takeaways myself, I'll be reaching out to some of the businesses and see what would be the process of doing business with them. I'd highly recommend for everyone to do the same, especially if you're looking to expand perhaps their business, not necessarily limited to your own region, right? Perhaps start with your own region and perhaps from there you can progress into other regions as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.